Vicky, because when introducing the film, you said that it saved your life. And it's actually interesting to hear that because you didn't want to do it at the very beginning. And I know that you had some bad experiences with documentary filmmakers, so I would like to ask you what made you change your mind, and Sacha, how did you make her change her mind, and how did you find each other?
I'll just explain first. I was in a really terrible documentary. They came to me and said they want someone with burns to see how they live their life. And it turned out to be a dating programme called Too Ugly for Love. And they completely humiliated me on TV. So when Lucy Pardy, the casting director for Dirty God, when she came to me on my social media, I ignored her for a whole year because I thought, well, I'm not doing anything like this again. And it took her a whole year to convince me to do it. And the thing that convinced me to do it was I was going to play a character and not my own self. And it saved my life, as in, before I started filming Dirty God, I was at a stage in my life where I gave up. I didn't want to live with my scars anymore. I didn't feel like a human, because I was bullied really badly when I was in school and college. And now I accept myself. I'm a human now, and my scars are beautiful. And if people don't like it, don't look at it. That's my attitude now.
For me, it was very important that Jade was portrayed by a real burn survivor, that you would sort of look at it and feel the pain and know that it's real. So before we had any money or we knew that we could make this film, my producer and me, we were sleeping in bunk beds in youth hostels. We started the casting process very, very early on, but she was not responding, and I think I met like all the burn survivors in the UK, and then I also met like all professional, not all, but a lot of professional actresses. But she always, I felt like in the back of my mind, like she's going to be great. And in the end, when she did come, the script was not finished, and she also influenced the script a lot. And there are parts of her life that are in the film, or yeah. That like the smiley tattoo face on her finger, I thought it was really funny, and she did it in a drunken night or day, I don't know. So I thought, was it night or day? I don't know.
In this film, you really come so close. You seem to be fascinated by skin, by its texture, the details, and to expose yourself like it. I can assume it would be difficult for everybody, no matter the experience, first timer especially. So how did you kind of build that trust for you to be comfortable with Sacha looking at you so closely?
The first shot of where you see my scars, I actually got quite upset with Sacha because I thought, why do you want close-up of my scars? Like, they're mine. And I thought, well, no one's seen my scars, and I hid my scars for 16 years. Well, no, 14 years. And and I thought, well, now the whole world's going to see them, and I sort of panicked. But when I see it on the first time on the big screen, I was like, wow. There's nothing wrong with them, you know. They look amazing. They look like an artwork, if you like. And you're talking about the masturbation scenes, I guess. With the,
we can also discuss that, of course.
The masturbation scenes and the sex scenes were quite funny, actually, because I remember, Sash was laying under my bed, telling me what to do. Not that you can do it wrong. No, she was telling me to do, like, you know, certain movements and things. Which made
dedication, Sacha.
Yeah, but it made it fun. It didn't feel dirty, and by the end of it, I was walking around set like practically naked. So, and the sex scenes, that's also quite funny because I'm gay and I've never had sex with a man. And I was saying to Sash, how do I do it? What do I do? But yeah, again, it was just an amazing experience. I'll do it again.
I think like what was important that Vicky felt the trust around with the other actors. So she did like auditions with everyone who ever auditioned for this film, and for me it was important that she felt comfortable and safe with the other actors. And as Vicky just said, like she's gay, but with Bluey, who plays Nas, it's his first film as well. She said, for him, I would turn straight. I think he's super sexy.
First film that you shot in English, and you've been developing it, for 7 years. So we're just wondering with Łukasz, why did you choose London Because I know that it became known as a capital of those acid attacks in recent times. So was it also a reason for it?
Well, the first idea came when I saw a young woman at a music festival who was severely burned, and I looked at her and I looked away, and I saw everybody around her doing the same thing, staring, and I thought, this woman, she deals with this every single day of her life. People are staring at her. And then I was asked to do another film in the UK that I didn't want to direct in the end, but I was preparing that, and in the meantime I was writing this film. And I was interviewing young women in London about how they saw their love lives and their everyday lives. And then I heard them tell about these acid attacks, and that there are like 465 each year only in London. So then I immediately thought, this is such an important topic, and it sort of started to root there.
I have recently heard about this initiative that the British Film Institute decided not to fund films which portray or maybe connect facial scarring or scarring in general to some kind of immorality. And I was thinking about it recently, seeing the Lion King posters all over town with its this famous villain Scar. So I wonder if that was something on your mind when making this film, that you wanted to say, this is not okay and we don't want to see it being done like that anymore.
Yeah, there is a long history in film that people with scars are portrayed as villains, and for me it was not the reason to make this film, it was actually something that came after, but it was something that, like Vicky, for instance, and me, we talked about, and how difficult, if I can speak for you, it is like on nights like Halloween, that people are scarred and suddenly they are frightening, and that was something that I didn't think of before, but it made me think, and I think it's good that they send out this notion. On the other hand, I also think like you have to give artists freedom in a way, and not sort of try to send everything in a way. So I feel like it's very good that they sent this out, and then I think also let it go a bit again.